Hello students, today we are going to discuss our next chapter, surface chemistry. This chapter we will study in three parts. One is surface chemistry where we will study about, if I take syllabus type here, one we study about phenomena of adsorption, adsorption types, factors, we are studying here types of adsorption, factors affecting adsorption, and different theories of adsorption and applications of adsorption. And then second part we will be discussing about here catalysis. It is also a definitely surface phenomena. Mostly you can take here catalysis, or in other case we will study here different types of catalyst or different types of catalysis process and theories of catalysis and applications of catalyst. And then third part in chapter taken is colloids. Third part in chapter taken colloids. We will study different types of colloids. You can take classification basically here of colloids and their different properties of colloids. Basically types means classification of colloids in different types, then differences. So of the colloids taken in salts and gels, especially we will focus on salts, because in examinations you get questions most commonly from phenomena of adsorption, especially types of adsorption. We will take two types of adsorption. One is called physical adsorption or physisorption. Second is called chemical adsorption or called chemisorption. In these two types of adsorption, differences and then different factors affecting adsorption and theories. In theories we take two theories. One is called Freundlich theory of adsorption, and expression is there for that. Expression is called Freundlich adsorption isotherm, and then Langmuir theory in brief, and then applications of adsorption. Again we take catalyst, chemical reactions or enzyme catalyzed reactions, and colloids especially. So in the chapter these two parts especially are important, colloids and phenomena of adsorption. So in the given chapter surface chemistry, basically we are dealing with the phenomena which are occurring on surface or interface of two different components. So basically in the chapter surface chemistry, what is surface chemistry? We are dealing with the phenomena which are occurring at surface or contained at interface. So to separate the two different phases, we normally use either hyphen or slash, like solid liquid or solid gas, whatever we use that here. Now in this mainly we will focus on the terms. First terms taken, adsorption. I will take some terms which are required to us for study. One term is adsorption. Then term is absorption, only term absorption. Then you can take desorption, and you take term occlusion. Then term taken adsorbate and adsorbent. To study the first topic or first part, we will take these terms: adsorption, absorption, sorption, desorption, occlusion, adsorbate and adsorbent. So first, what is meaning of adsorption? If you take practical examples of adsorption, if you take a chalk piece, put in ink solution, what happens? The ink particles will remain on surface. If you see the chalk, it becomes blue. If you break, only outer layer is blue, inner part is still white. It is because on surface of the chalk, ink particles are adsorbed. Ink particles will be adsorbed on surface only, and that can be example of adsorption. So what is adsorption? Basically, adsorption can be taken as phenomena. It is a phenomena of attracting and retaining the molecules or the particles of gas or liquid on surface of solids or liquids. Surface can be taken of solids or liquids. The most common example taken, surface are taken of solids. On the solid surfaces, gas molecules or liquid particles will be adsorbed. This phenomena of attraction and retention of the molecules of gas or liquids on surface, in such case what happen, on the surface the concentration of the particle taken will be higher. On the surface the concentration of particles taken will be higher as compared to in the bulk. In the inner portion, interior of the substance, the concentration will be lower. On the surface, concentration will be higher. So this is phenomena called adsorption. It results into higher concentration of substance that taken in on the surface as compared to the bulk. So in this case, in phenomena of adsorption, we will take two terms. One term is adsorbate and second term is adsorbent. What is adsorbate? It is the substance which get adsorbed, and what is adsorbent? It is in bulk. More amount is adsorbent. It is a substance which adsorbs something on surface. Means क्या होता है कि आपके दो phases होंगे यहाँ पर. Substance which is adsorbed, it's called as adsorbate, and the other substance which get adsorbed which is adsorbing is called as adsorbent. Means it is in bulk, more amount is adsorbent, and other substance in less amount will be called as adsorbate. It is less amount substance is adsorbate, and which is adsorbing something is called as adsorbent. If it is take an example, chalk piece, put in ink solution, then chalk will act as adsorbent, and ink particles which are remaining on surface will be called as adsorbate. Similarly, if it is taken solids or gas, solids like metals or other solids, they can adsorb, they can attract and retain the gas molecules on surface. So in that kind of case, the gas will be called as adsorbate and the solids will be called as adsorbent. The substance which get adsorbed is adsorbate, which adsorbs is called as adsorbent. So in the terms adsorption, we will involve these two terms here. Then one term is absorption. It is a bulk phenomena. If it is taken here, it is a bulk phenomena. पहला क्या था adsorption? It is a surface phenomena. It is a surface phenomena. Adsorption is a surface phenomena, whereas absorption is a bulk phenomena. It is a bulk phenomena in which the particles or the molecules of different substances will be taken in and they will distribute uniformly. They will distribute in the entire solid uniformly or other liquids uniformly. So then it is called as phenomena of absorption. Then it is called phenomena of absorption. Like if it is taken ammonia gas, one common example, ammonia gas will be adsorbed on platinum surface or metal surfaces, whereas when it is taken aqueous medium or water, then in water the ammonia gas will be absorbed because it is soluble due to formation of hydrogen bonding, chemical reaction form NH4OH. So what happens? Ammonia will be absorbed by water, whereas ammonia will be adsorbed by the platinum or other metal surfaces. Again, taken chalk piece, the liquid or solvent will be absorbed and ink particles will be adsorbed. Ink particle will be absorbed. So sometime what happens? Both the phenomena of adsorption and absorption will occur simultaneously. If both the phenomena can occur simultaneously, then for them we use one common term, absorption. When there is no clear distinction, then for them we can use term absorption. Means it is simultaneous adsorption and absorption. For them we use term absorption. Okay, sometimes there is no clear boundary, clear cut this differences of adsorption and absorption, then what happen? Both the phenomena can occur simultaneously. Then that can be called absorption. Then one term is taken desorption. It is opposite of adsorption. This phenomena is then called desorption. Next term is occlusion. Sometimes they ask this term directly because these terms are directly important to you. What is occlusion? It can be taken adsorption of gases on metallic surfaces. What is occlusion? It is adsorption of gases on metallic surface is called as occlusion. What is occlusion? It is adsorption of gases on the metallic surface. Then this phenomenon is called occlusion. So there are different terms involved here for studying this chapter, surface chemistry. The most common taken is for our studies adsorption of gases on solid surfaces. They are for us most important, so let us see that point. Now we can take some common examples of the phenomena of adsorption. First can be taken here some gases like hydrogen, oxygen, chlorine, ammonia, sulfur dioxide. When they are taken in closed vessel containing powdered charcoal, what happens? Pressure decrease slowly. Why the pressure decrease in the closed container? Because the gases taken here, these gas molecules will be adsorbed by the charcoal. So what happens on surface of charcoal? When the gas will be adsorbed, number of moles of the gas decrease in the container. When for the gas number of mole decrease in the condition of same volume and temperature, then pressure will decrease. So pressure decrease because of decrease in number of moles of the gases, because a good amount of gas will be adsorbed by the charcoal, powdered charcoal. अगला एग्जाम्पल दिया इसमें, if we take in a solution of an organic dye like methylene blue, when we add animal charcoal, when animal charcoal is added and filtered, the filtrate become colorless because the coloring agents in the dye solution methylene blue will be adsorbed by the charcoal, and during filtration that separate out, so solution become colorless because of phenomena of adsorption. Other example can be taken aqueous solution raw sugar. When you take raw sugar aqueous solution, it is not white. The sugar we see is white because of treating it with the charcoal, and then it removes the coloring materials. Like we take here aqueous solution of raw sugar which is colored. When it is passed over beds of animal charcoal, it become colorless because different coloring agents will be adsorbed by the animal charcoal. Next example can be taken, if you take air becomes dry in presence of silica gel. If you take normally different electronic devices, laptop, or you take other computer systems, they normally have in them, sometimes they put pouches, that is of silica gel pouch. That silica gel will keep on absorbing moisture if it all entering by any means. So that silica gel will act as good adsorbent of moisture whatever in surrounding atmosphere, and then they keep the things dry. So this is given example, the air become dry in presence of silica gel because of adsorption of moisture by silica gel in surrounding to it. So we can take some common examples here. I am just giving list here. We can see charcoal is acting as good adsorbent, silica gel, alumina gel, clay, colloids, metals in finely divided state, they all are acting as good adsorbents. Now let us see the mechanism of adsorption, how this phenomena adsorption take place, its mechanism. See, if it is taken in the phenomena of adsorption, you can take mechanism. We can take some solid surface. We can take one suppose solid surface. Now in this case, let us say example is metals. We can take metal examples here. So what happens in the interior of the solid or the metal, we can take there the particles. Now they will have attraction by surrounding all other particles. So what happens for such kind of particles, the net force of attraction will be zero. the net force of attraction are zero. But when you take the particles on surface, if I take one particle on surface, now what happens, they have other particles only below this but not over this. So what happens, this kind of particles will experience the inward pull. So this kind of particles on surface, that can be your atoms or molecules which are on surface, what happens, they experience or they possess some residual or unbalanced attractive forces, residual or unbalanced force of attraction, which is inward pull. It is pulled inward. This inward pull will cause this phenomena of adsorption. If it is taken in the bulk, in the interior of the solids, we have the particles, they have attraction force from all sides. So we can take on such particles, there are no net force, but on surface we have the particles which experience the attraction force only on the downward direction but not above it. They have the attraction force only in the downward direction but not above it. समझ में आ रहा है पॉइंट वाला? So what happens, this kind of particles on surface, they possess residual unbalanced attractive forces, and they are the residual force of attraction which are the main cause of this phenomena of adsorption. If you take example, suppose taken here, let us say metal taken platinum. We can have platinum metal, we have metal atoms. Let us think here. We can take these platinum atoms which are in the bulk in the interior portion of the metals. They will have surrounding them all other platinum other atoms. But those platinum atoms which are on surface, they have some free valencies. We can call them what? Free valencies. These free valencies, they can cause this residual or unbalanced attractive forces. Because of these free valencies, they can attract and retain the molecules of adsorbate on surface. And one thing more you remember, if I take right now in this case it have how many free valencies? How many free valencies? कितना है इसमें काउंट करिए जरा. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14. If I just think which are visible to you, we have 14 free valencies. Now if I break this metal piece in two parts, then what we obtain here? Platinum we get two equal parts. Now in this portion means plus same one more, two portions equal. So now in this case they will have how many free valencies? If you count here, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So in one portion they have 10 free valencies. Then we have two equal portions, they will have 20 free valencies. 20 free valencies. That's the reason why we take, if we take in catalyst form, mostly or the substance which adsorb are taken finely divided or powdered form of this, like zinc dust in powder, of the adsorbent. Because when we take the bigger pieces of the metals or when take adsorbents, they will contain less number of free valencies. If you break them into more pieces, smaller pieces, then for same mass same रहेगा इसमें, for same mass they will contain more number of free valencies. For the same mass they contain more number of free valencies. So that's the reason here कि for this region we take like catalyst or different adsorbents taken, like we take in a powdered form, dust form, finely divided metals like nickel or other things, because for same mass, if we take them into smaller pieces, they contain more number of the free valencies. They contain more number of free valencies. And now it is we can take explanation of this mechanism of adsorption in terms of free valencies or residual forces or unbalanced forces. This can now, for this thermodynamics of this phenomena of adsorption can be explained by effect of temperature and delta G. कैसे करते हैं? Let us see that also. Now we know that if for a reaction to favor thermodynamically, they should have delta H negative from thermodynamics or delta S positive, or for the reaction overall they should have delta G negative. If I take one reaction taken here for adsorption, if I take A is some solid, it adsorbs B gas on surface. The two processes come to equilibrium point. After some time, we can add AB solid. Here the gas will condense on solid surface, so they appear as solid only. The gas volume will keep on decreasing. Now for this phenomena, can you tell the sign of delta H and delta S for this process? When this phenomena take place, what should be sign of enthalpy change and sign of entropy change? So we can take sign of delta H क्या आएगा इस केस में? Negative. In this phenomena of adsorption, the gas molecules are in higher energy state. When they condense on solid surface, they will go in lower energy state. When they have lower energy, and moreover, when they condense, they develop some attractive forces between the adsorbate and adsorbent. यहाँ पे क्या है? Gas is acting as adsorbate and solid will act as adsorbent. So they develop some attractive forces in formation of any kind of bonds, or even in formation of weak interaction also some energy will be released. So in this case, energy will be released for two reasons. One, the gas form have higher energy. When they condense, energy decrease. And second reason, because of interaction forces, attractive forces between the adsorbent and adsorbate, they develop some attraction forces. In this also energy will be released. So in this case, for this phenomena of adsorption, delta H will have negative sign in the beginning. And for delta S, what should be sign? Delta S is also negative. कैसे? We know that entropy is highest in the gas phase, then liquid phase, and then solid phase. In this case, what happens when this phenomena occur? The gas is adsorbed. When the amount of gas decrease, entropy decrease. When entropy decrease, the sign become negative for entropy change. What is entropy change? Entropy of product minus reactants, or in reactions, delta Ng, if it is negative, then delta S is also negative, less than 0. So in this case, when reaction take place, number of gas, mole of gas decrease, so entropy decrease. Now, as per the reaction to be spontaneous, what is delta G? It is delta H minus T delta S. Delta G is equal to delta H minus T delta S. In the two factors, one factor will support the reaction, it support, and this delta S factor oppose the reaction. Because for the reaction to be spontaneous, we require delta G should be negative. When delta G is negative, reaction becomes spontaneous. For delta G to be negative, we should have negative value higher. देखो ना, आपका ये negative value है, तो negative क्या हो जाएगा? पॉजिटिव हो जाएगा इसमें. तो ये नेगेटिव है, ये पॉजिटिव हो जाएगा एज ए होल. तो क्या होना चाहिए? डेल्टा जी को नेगेटिव करने के लिए जो नेगेटिव वैल्यू का प्रोडक्ट है या वैल्यू है शुड बी हायर देन द पॉजिटिव वैल्यू. सो इन दिस केस दे शुड हैव हाई डेल्टा एच नेगेटिव देन द पॉजिटिव डेल्टा एस वैल्यू, because when delta G is negative, then only reaction can be spontaneous. Moreover, to favor or to make this less positive, we will take low temperature. So this phenomena of adsorption is favored in the condition of low temperature and also high pressure. This phenomena can favor favor by condition of low temperature and high pressure. You can recall this point from ली-चार्टियर्स प्रिंसिपल. अगर आपका गैस का डेल्टा एच नेगेटिव है तो क्या होता है? हाई प्रेशर. डेल्टा एच क्या है इसमें? नेगेटिव, तो मींस लो टेम्परेचर. देन टू फेवर सच रिएक्शंस ऑफ एडजॉर्प्शन वी नीड टू हैव लो टेम्परेचर एंड हाई प्रेशर, बिकॉज एट लो टेम्परेचर दिस value is positive will be less than negative value of delta H, and then delta G is negative, so reaction will be spontaneous. So in the beginning delta G is negative in start or beginning, but when the time will go on passing, what happened? Delta G decrease in magnitude. Delta G decrease because when they will have not more vacant space on the solid surface, so delta G decrease in magnitude. So one point will come at equilibrium. At the point of equilibrium, the delta G becomes 0. At equilibrium. So this we can have in this case two reactions. One is called forward reaction, one is called backward reaction. Forward reaction can be called reaction of condensation of the gas. Gas is condensing. And backward reaction can be taken as process of evaporation. The gas can evaporate, meaning if the reaction further try to continue, some gas again escape in backward direction and the reaction will come to equilibrium. At the point of equilibrium, the rate of forward reaction, that is condensation, becomes equal to rate of backward reaction, which is called reaction of evaporation. The two processes will be coming to equilibrium, and in the condition of equilibrium the rate of condensation will be same as rate of evaporation. I hope it is clear. Now that is the mechanism. Delta G or delta H, देखिए when time will go on passing, delta H और delta S both decrease in magnitude. Both decrease in magnitude because जितना हमारा surface vacant रहेगा, because if it is a rate of adsorption will not remain constant. In the beginning we have entire vacant surface, gas can be adsorbed more and more. But when time will go on passing, less surface remain vacant, less gas can be adsorbed. So both will decrease in magnitude, and one point will reach where delta G becomes 0. When delta G becomes 0, we say it is the condition of equilibrium, and in the condition of equilibrium the rate of these two processes will be same. So that is delta G relation with adsorption phenomena. Now next we can take the type of adsorption. The type of adsorption depends on the nature of attractive forces between the adsorbate and adsorbent. This type will also cover different factors given to us. So let us first take the difference of the adsorption in two types. We will have two types of adsorption. Types of adsorption. One is taken called physical adsorption or physisorption. Second is called chemical adsorption. Chemical adsorption, or in short also called chemisorption. Chemical adsorption और chemisorption, one is physical adsorption और physisorption. इन दोनों में डिफरेंस क्या है? डिफरेंस ऑफ द केमी एंड physisorption. देखिए दोनों में डिफरेंस क्या होता है? In this case they have weak van der Waals attractive forces. Weak van der Waals attraction forces between the adsorbent and adsorbate. I explain this the difference through table. We can just take here one. If I write some metal or adsorbent, metal suppose taken as adsorbent, and if you take the gas is taken suppose hydrogen. If on the metal surface hydrogen gas is adsorbed in physical method of physisorption, they have weak interaction operating between adsorbate and adsorbent. While we take in chemisorption or chemical adsorption, they have strong chemical forces equivalent to chemical bonds. If I suppose write same example, it is metal, it adsorbs hydrogen gas by chemical adsorption. Then what we write here? We form stronger bond here, and this bond become weaker. So there is simple difference taken here. In the physical adsorption, we have weak interaction forces between adsorbate and adsorbent, and there we have strong chemical forces equivalent to chemical bonds between the adsorbate and adsorbent. The old bonds in the adsorbate molecules, they dissociate and they start forming new bonds with the adsorbent. So we can take, they have weak interactions. Remember, in both the case, energy will be released. So they have lower enthalpy of adsorption and they have high enthalpy of adsorption in magnitude. So let us take difference in table. So in table I will cover differences and the key points, and this table is very important in your exams. Almost all kind of exams you get question from difference of this two types of adsorption: physical adsorption, or we also call physisorption, and second is called chemical adsorption or chemisorption. Let us see differences. Now we take difference of the physical adsorption, or in short we write physisorption and chemisorption or chemical adsorption. So we can write point wise differences here. First can take, they have weak van der Waals attractive forces between the adsorbate and adsorbent. यहाँ पे क्या होता है? They have strong chemical forces equivalent to covalent bonds. Now when they have weak attractive forces, then what happen? For this reason they have lower enthalpy of adsorption. They have lower enthalpy of adsorption. We can have magnitude 20 to 40 kilojoule per mole. But remember, sign is negative. Reaction will be exothermic. यहाँ पे क्या होता है? Because of strong chemical bond formation, or strong interactions, they have high enthalpy of adsorption in the range taken 80 to 240 kilojoule per mole. They have high enthalpy of adsorption in the range of 80 to 240 kilojoule per mole. This chemisorption, they have high enthalpy of adsorption. Next can be taken difference here. In physisorption, there is no formation of surface compounds. They involve formation of surface compounds. यहाँ पे क्या है? No formation of surface compounds. Meaning क्या होता है? They only have weak interactions. They have only weak van der Waals interaction forces. I tried to explain this point earlier also. That if it is taken, hydrogen gas adsorb. So this can be shown here, physisorption. If I take suppose same adsorption here, this bond break up, they form new bonds with the adsorbent. Suppose take metals or adsorbent. That is the meaning here. The common example taken like platinum is adsorbed, hydrogen is adsorbed on platinum by physisorption, whereas O2 gas will be adsorbed on charcoal by chemisorption. The common example taken hydrogen on platinum. The common example taken here is O2 gas on charcoal. The common example can be taken O2 gas adsorbed on charcoal will be the example of chemisorption. यहाँ पर क्या है, hydrogen gas adsorbed on platinum metal surface, then it is example of physisorption. Okay. Now this point is very important because the other differences are linked with this point. चलिए आगे देखते हैं next point को. Next point can be taken. देखिए, we have discussed last point here कि no formation of surface compounds, but they involve formation of surface compounds. Due to this, what will happen? It is not specific. Means any substance or any gas can be adsorbed by any other solids or adsorbents. But यहाँ पर क्या होता है? It become highly specific. Why? Because for the chemical reaction to take place, any two substance cannot react always. For them to react, they should have proper nature of reactants, or the adsorbent and adsorbate, they should undergo chemical reaction. For them to undergo chemical reaction, it can happen only in some cases. So it is specific nature. It cannot occur anywhere, but can occur in only some cases. But this can occur in any cases. And for same reason, what happen? This become multi-layered and reversible. The two points are running together. It is multi-layered and reversible. यहाँ पे क्या होता है? It is monolayered or unilayered. Monolayered and irreversible. It is monolayered and irreversible. यहाँ पर क्या है? Multi-layered and reversible. इसका मीनिंग क्या है? If I take here, it is adsorbent. This can adsorb the gas molecules on surface. So they can form several layers. In outer layer, the number of molecules of the adsorbate will keep on decreasing. In the inner layer, close to surface of adsorbent, they will have more attraction forces. So close to this, they will have attraction force by the adsorbent, and upper layer can also attract other molecules because of some van der Waals interaction which can occur among the gas molecules. But definitely the stronger force are between the adsorbent and adsorbate. So close to the surface of the solid adsorbent, we will have more number of molecules, and for the outer layer molecules, attraction keep on decreasing. So outer layer will have less number of molecules, it become multi-layered, and यहाँ पे क्या होता है? Reversible. इसका मीनिंग क्या है reversible का? Since there is no chemical bond formation, compound formation, so the gas whichever was adsorbed, same gas will be coming back. Reaction becomes reversible. यहाँ पे क्या लिखा है? Monolayered. इसका रीजन क्या है? It is adsorbent. For reaction to be specific and to form surface compounds. To form surface compounds, what we require? We require that the molecules of adsorbent and adsorbate must come in direct contact. The particles of adsorbent and adsorbate, they should come in direct contact. And when they can come in direct contact? Only in single layer. Only in single layer the particles of adsorbate and adsorbent will come in direct contact. They will be in direct contact, but not in outer layers. So for this reason, this become what? Highly specific. Compound formation take place and monolayered, because in single layer only particles can be in contact, and for same reason it become irreversible. इसका meaning क्या है? Meaning of irreversible, the gas which was adsorbed, same gas will not be coming back, but mixture can come back. Like if I take hydrogen is adsorbed by platinum in the backward direction, we will get only hydrogen back if it is physisorption only. And in chemisorption, if I take O2 gas was adsorbed by charcoal, so in the backward direction we get CO and CO2 gas along with some O2 which is unreacted, that is irreversible nature. जो गैस आपका adsorb होगा सेम गैस आपको वापस नहीं मिलता है, कुछ साथ में गैस और भी मिलेंगे या कुछ और गैस ही मिलेगा, तो बोलते हैं इरिवर्सिबल, क्योंकि रिएक्शन हो जाएगा रिएक्टेंट के बीच में, और रिएक्शन होने से क्या होता है, कंपाउंड फॉर्मेशन होंगे, तो जो कंपाउंड बनेंगे यहां पर आपको वो कंपाउंड वापस मिलेंगे इन द बैकवर्ड डायरेक्शन। इसका मीनिंग होता है इरिवर्सिबल का मीनिंग ये, समझ में आया? एंड देन वी कैन टेक हियर इन दिस effect of temperature. Effect of temperature, this factor is very important on physisorption and chemical adsorption. In exam it is asked frequently, this is very important concept, very important point. Effect of temperature, देखिए होता क्या इसमें, in this case this adsorption physisorption it decrease with rise in temperature. यहां पे क्या होता है, it first increase then decrease with rise in temperature. It first increase and decrease. If I draw the graph x by m and temperature, what is x taken here? X can be taken the mass of adsorbate और m क्या है, mass of adsorbent. We get this kind of graph here. With rise in temperature, mass तो constant रहेगा, mass of adsorbent will be constant, but the mass of adsorbate x will decrease, so ratio of x upon m decrease with rise in temperature. यहां पर क्या होता है ग्राफ में देखेंगे, यहां पे तो it first increase and then decrease with rise in temperature. यहां पे सेम टर्म्स है, x आपका दिया है mass of adsorbate और m है mass of adsorbent. इसका रीजन क्या होता है इस ग्राफ के नेचर के ऐसे आने का, देखिए इसका रीजन ये होता है, दैट रीजन आई कैन एक्सप्लेन हियर, कि इन दिस केस दे डू नॉट इन्वॉल्व कंपाउंड फॉर्मेशन. विदाउट कंपाउंड फॉर्मेशन दे ओनली हैव van der Waals attractive forces, and just by changing condition of reaction like applying high temperature, reaction goes in backward direction in this case. but यहाँ पे क्या होता है, it first increase and decrease. इसका रीजन क्या होता है, they involve compound formation, and for formation of compounds the reaction require activation energy. यहाँ पे क्या होता है, इसका भी लॉजिक होता है, it require energy called activation energy. Already we have read in topic kinetics chapter. यहाँ पे कहता है no need of activation energy. No need of activation energy. क्यों? No formation of surface compounds, but they form surface compounds. For the formation of surface compounds, some energy will be required. Some energy will be required. That energy required is activation energy. So in the beginning, when there is rise in temperature, it supply or it help more number of reactant molecules to cross energy barrier. It help in the what happen, rise in temperature will help the reactant molecules to cross energy barrier. We discussed this effect, Arrhenius equation, effect of temperature and reaction rate constants. So what happened? So in the beginning what happened? It happened that in the beginning the rise in temperature will help the molecules to cross energy barrier and form product. But further rise in temperature, then the reaction will go in the backward direction, because the molecules of gas they again evaporate, so reaction goes in the backward direction. तो यहाँ पे क्या है, it require activation energy, but यहाँ पे क्या है, no requirement of activation energy because there are no formation of surface compounds. Then next difference can be taken here. Now next one can be taken in differences here, that this property is directly proportional to critical temperature. This physisorption, the rate of physisorption is directly proportional to what? Directly proportional to critical temperature of the gas, TC of the gas. यहाँ पे क्या है, no such relation with critical temperature. Now what is critical temperature? If you can recall the chapters states of matter, we have read there this phenomena of liquefaction. TC can be taken as 8A upon 27 RV, where A and B are taken van der Waals constant of the gas. A, small a and small b are the van der Waals constant of the gas, and the value of this van der Waals constants A and B depend on the nature of gas. B is size and A attractive forces. So I will focus right now only A, small a. Small a is higher means a gas is more liquefiable. Means in this case A higher indicate more liquefiable gas, because in that case they will have more van der Waals attractive forces. Small a is a measure of van der Waals attractive forces or simply attractive forces in the gas molecules. If we have strong attraction in gas molecules, then A is higher. A higher means also high critical temperature. High TC indicate the gas is more liquefiable. So high critical temperature also indicate the gas is more liquefiable because of strong attraction forces, strong van der Waals attractive forces. यहाँ पे क्या है? They have no van der Waals attraction force. They have chemical forces. They have chemical compound formation. So in this case, in chemisorption, there is no relation of chemisorption with the critical temperature. No relation of the gas with critical temperature. I hope it is clear. Now let us take some factors affecting this phenomena of adsorption and then theories.